From news and views, issues and opportunities, we'll have in-depth conversations with decision makers to find out what they know and what they think. I'm Rico Hizon, inviting you to join the exchange because your business is our business. Bring out those sunglasses and sunscreens. The heat is on. Beating the summer heat could be fun and relaxing as travelers head out for the beach or unwind in a resort. For the adventure seekers, a time to explore new sights and nature tripping. And with revenge travel still up in the agenda, how are vacation spots warming up to visitors? With summer just right around the corner, what sort of fun awaits Filipinos under the sun? Let's now have an exchange with Maria Paz Alberto of the Philippine IATA Agents Travel Association, and she joins us now from Kyushu, Japan. Paz, great to have you with us. Has the tourism and travel industry turned the corner? Is it now on the upswing?
Actually, Rico, we feel the revenge travel coming. And of course, even before revenge travel came, one very good thing about Filipinos is we love to travel. Mm-hmm. Even when we were alert level 3 or 2, Filipinos were traveling nonstop. Of course, to the famous destinations, to new destinations, wherever their budget can reach them.
But Paz, can this revenge travel trend be sustained? Can it continue? We saw a lot of money being spent by our kababayans during the holiday season. Is it now being sustained in the first quarter of this year?
Yes, Rico, very much so. In fact, the problem now is the availability of flights. Everyone is traveling. There's no more peak season. There's no more low season, especially now that we're entering summer and Holy Week. A lot of people now are planning or even planned much earlier. Even last year, they were making plans for the Holy Week and for the summer of the children. So business, domestic travel, international travel have been booming. It's just that, of course, the airfares haven't been adjusted. The airfares are going up. Mm-hmm. It's one challenge, but Filipinos are willing to accept the rates that are being offered by the airline.
But are we now back to pre-pandemic levels, Paz? As you mentioned, airfares are rising, hotel rates and resort rates are also on the rise because of soaring inflation due to higher fuel and higher commodity prices.
Oh, yes, Rico. Actually, for some destinations like Boracay, Cebu, Siargao, it has never been this high. Even we've reached pre-pandemic levels. And one thing for sure is Filipinos are there to enjoy summer. Not only, unlike before, we enjoy summer, but this time, even after summer, Filipinos are traveling wherever they can have their budget on.
And we all know, Paz, about the go-to destinations here in the country. You have Boracay, you mentioned it, Bohol, Palawan, Siargao, Batangas, Tagaytay. Which not-so-visited spots will become popular this year?
I think, Rico, Dumaguete and parts of Cebu, not just the city of Cebu. Of course, there are so many islands now in Cebu. There are so many islands in El Nido. Let's not forget that El Nido now has a lot of choices in terms of resorts, hotels. And Filipinos now are also looking into new destinations like Cagayan de Oro, Camiguin, like cities or towns that we haven't visited.
Are Filipino tourists also looking at ecotourism or community-based tourism or agritourism as an alternative?
Filipinos now are looking at farm tourism. Like, of course, we've always known what a farm looks like, but we haven't seen a farm, the latest kind of farms that people are advocating. And of course, DOT has also been pushing for domestic and local, how would you say it, immersion. So unlike before, people would just stay in the hotel or hotels. People now are looking at staying in the homes of the locals.
We were talking about earlier about rising prices of airfares and hotel rooms
Even
and resort
hotels.
rates. Yes, but are hotels and are airlines also offering our kababayans promos, discounts, lower fares for early bookings?
Yes, like now, if I may, of course, each airline will have a promo like an anniversary sale or an Independence Day sale. What's really important is we make plans not just for the long holidays. We should make plans for other days, not on the weekend because weekends will always be full because everyone's traveling on the weekend. If you can take a day off, if you can take a vacation on a regular Monday to Thursday, then you can get better promos or lower rates. Rico, we have to understand that the airlines are still suffering from the 3 years of very little business, right?
Right.
So it's like they cannot really drop the prices down, plus the fact that the fuel surcharges, well, it's a known fact because of the war that's going on. The prices of fuel have caused the increase in airfares.
These are very good
Not just
traveling
domestically.
tips for our kababayans who want to travel, especially during the weekdays, right? And Paz,
Weekdays.
there have been a few red flags of late in our airports. We have airport security thefts of international travelers. Could this impact the image of the Philippines as a safe travel destination?
Well, those are isolated events. In fact, one very bad thing about social media is we tend to exaggerate it a bit. But example, among my passengers, I've never had anyone getting that kind of experience. But of course, it's always good to warn our kababayan or even our foreign guests that you always lock your luggage, right? It's just very frugal and very safe to always be very careful and not be careless with your things because we don't know. Of course, the pandemic has brought hard times to many people. So just be very careful. But one or two cases of that will not really ruin the image of the Philippines.
Thank you so much for this summertime travel and tourism exchange. Maria Paz Alberto of the Philippine IATA Agents Travel Association. And now here's a rundown of the week's top business stories. The government's budget deficit hit 1.61 trillion pesos at the end of 2022, and that's down by over 3% annually. The deficit to GDP ratio now stands at 7.3%. Factory activity slowed in February as manufacturers dealt with port congestion and other factors that impacted vendor performance, reveals S&P Global's latest survey. And the Philippine Competition Commission says ride-hailing company Grab still owes customers up to 6 million pesos in refunds from its overpricing case in 2019. And coming up on the exchange, where your business is our business. How is the Philippines doing as a tourist destination hub post-COVID? We get the thoughts of the Pacific Asia Travel Association. And summertime is a ripe season for the tourism and resort industries. We have an exchange with Zamba Wood Boutique Resort and Bantug Lake Ranch. Keep it right here on CNN Philippines. News you can trust.